Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this player, Lee Kang-in, is someone I'll be watching out for, Peter. He's a wonderful crosser of the ball, very good in dead ball situations too, and he has that sweet left foot. But he has the intelligence to drop inside and play a number 10 role also, and he does most of the damage when he's allowed to occupy those little half spaces, especially against sides who drop that bit deeper.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Mateus. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Played into space. Howson cuts out the pass. Rijkaard. Probing pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. Shoots! Magnificent from Massaro!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Zaire Emery. And the counter is on. Just eases him off the ball. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Okazaki. Floated through. Okazaki is offering some sort of... Massaro! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. Now who's going to be first to this? Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Boyan. Oh, it's Okazaki. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Donatoni tries to play it through.
Oh, great feat that.
Oh, just skips past his man. And the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Zaire Emery picks it up from the goal kick. Okazaki. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Zaire Emery can see things, others simply cannot. Nicely spread. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Howson goes back to front. Now, can they get him away? Now, that's well seen too. Albert Ferrer. Great vision. Ambitious ball here. Well timed, excellent interception. Marquinhos is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. And they've got a throw. Lee Kang-in. Pass somewhat off target. Good ball, good take. No, it's Okazaki. Lee Kang-in. Mateus.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's going to be disappointed with that. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things.
Anesi really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Oh, he's onto this. Oh, he's been... and the shot! Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. The chance to pull further clear. That is some save from Khan. And here's Zanetti. And this is Okazaki. It's Okazaki! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This is their second corner of the game. Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Anesi couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And he's cut it out. Zaire Emery. Now it's Berbatov.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That has ended up in no man's land. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Attention, changement.
That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's intervened well there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, shooting chance! And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
He's had it nicked away. Now it's Berbatov. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mateus. Harrison gets over and intercepts. Foot in. And it's Okazaki. Now this could be a chance. Lee Kang-in. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Okazaki. And he's only too happy to take that back. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Massaro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Okazaki! That had everyone off their seats.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Changement. Le numéro 18.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Griezmann gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move.
And Berbatov! No, he's missed it.
Arsenal have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Changement. Le numéro 21. À sa place, le numéro 24.
Nice looking ball. Park Ji-sung is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Doué could try cutting inside here. Real chance! He scores! And this is getting better and better.
Such good pressing in a good area to force the error, and the hard work was pretty much complete.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
That's Doué. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Albert Ferrer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Park Ji-sung! And now a sudden chance to counter. Doué is onto this. He's a sharp little ball here. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Griezmann. Nicely worked. Doué. Deep cross. Climbs up big! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game's already won.
Le numéro 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Changement.
He's on it, can he get away? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And here's Berbatov. Zanetti deals with that comfortably.
Arsenal really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And it's made its way to him. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Griezmann. That's a cute ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, he's been caught on it! Shapes to shoot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Cherki. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That is lovely. Cherki. It's Park Ji-suk. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. And he's heaved it away.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Oh, this is a great position. And he shoots! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Corner number 2 then. Due has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And time is up. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Massaro picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Anesi definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. It comes as little surprise, Peter, that we find the name of Park Ji-sung on this team sheet.
First name on the team sheet, you would think.
Yeah, and a player with a fantastic engine. I always think that every time you see him, he's just going to run himself into the ground. He'll give everything for the cause, and he always sets the tone for industry.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now this could be a chance. Albert Ferrer. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Ball played for Rijkaard. Mateus. It's Albert Ferrer. Rijkaard. Looking for a runner. Albert Ferrer is in a really good position out wide. Conte. Aims beyond the defence.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Lee Kang-in can see things others simply cannot. The ball has bounced loose now. Looking tidy in possession here. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Passing is crisp and sharp. Works it forward. Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. No, he's not getting past him there. It's a really well-measured ball. Tries to play it through. Played into the box. Nicely aimed pass. Donatoni. Showing great feet there. Albert Ferrer. And he's climbs up big. Has fallen kindly here. Goal! Arsenal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Albert Ferrer just loves to go forward whenever he can. It's a searching pass. That's beautifully weighted. Nice interception, well timed. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Mbappe. Lee Kang-in. Mateus. And it's Albert Ferrer. Park Ji-sung.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Albert Ferrer gets into a good position. Zaire Emery. Now it's Okazaki. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And the pass is intercepted. Park Ji-sung, out to the right. Now Albert Ferrer. Threads one in. That's been slipped through. He gets big! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Lovely ball and a real chance now. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Messi can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Knocks it into space. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Played into space out wide. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Park Ji-sung. Lee Kang-in. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Okazaki is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Tries to pass it through, and he's been shifted off it. Park Ji-sung. That's Lee Kang-in. Oh, super find. And the shot! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Le numéro 10.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Almost an hour gone. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Zanetti. Okazaki. Mateus.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
We expected better, and so did he.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Boyan. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he welcomes it in. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Park Ji-sung is always looking to break lines. And he's in on goal! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Massaro deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Le numéro 14.
And we have our very first corner.
Le numéro 7. Griezmann. Le numéro 22. Changement.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played out towards the right wing. And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely shaped ball. Conte. Zaire Emery. Probing pass. Oh, super find. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good for him.
Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that plummets the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
À sa place,
It's their second corner of the game. Howson with the clearance.
Anesi really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
That's the keeper's ball. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's beaten the last man. Plenty. Big chance! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner.
Changement.
That chance could have
le
been it too.
numéro 33, le numéro 2. À leur place. Attention, changement.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Schmeichel claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in a great position here. Now he's got space here. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Nicely weighted ball. He's found a way for a chance for a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And he shoots! It's in! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. So that's it, it is all over. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Massaro picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.